It's just a genuine reaction.
I know, it's hysterical to me. I don't think I feel like that about anything.
Really? Yeah. Nothing. There's just something about like, okay, do you want to know what it is for me? I live my life in scenarios. Whether or not that is helpful, harmful, I don't know. The doctors will have to let me know. And so oftentimes when I think I've trained my body to appreciate water, because every time I drink water, I think about it as if like I haven't had a sip in a really long time. And then sometimes it's like maybe PTSD.
That is true for me.
Listen. Sometimes I think it's like PTSD because there was this one time when the Chicago Blackhawks had just won the Stanley Cup and me, Mary, and Tracy went to the city. And it was such a fucking hot day. And none of us thought to bring water. And I was like literally thinking I was going to die. Like I had never related to that SpongeBob episode where he is like drying out. Yes, so much. Because I was like, oh my God, like I'm looking around and like, Bri, I drank a stranger's water off the ground. Yeah, leave me alone. I did. And Tracy and Maren both looked at me like, what? And I said, look away if you don't want to see it. Like, I don't know what you want. So, and then I remember we went to a Giordano's and they're like, you can't get for like 45 minutes. And I said, that's fine. Can I have water though? And I was like,
how quickly can I have water?
Basically, I was like drinking 2 cups and I was like, keep them coming. So I just feel like I ran that boy back and forth. I was like, more.
As soon as you think I'm done, I'm not. I need more.
2 more every time you see me. So I feel like every time I drink water, I'm just so like, I remember what it was like to not have water.
Good for you.
Right? And so when you hear me do that, I'm like, just know I'm back in that day mentally in Chicago, that hot day in Giordano's, begging that food runner for water.
I have to let everyone know that it is every time. Like in our old apartment, my bedroom was off the kitchen, and I knew who it was based off like the sounds I heard in the fridge. And if I heard the fridge open, the water pouring, and then I would hear Abby's.
That's me.
I knew it was Abby.
Yeah, I love water, and I'm so happy I have it, because like nothing feels better than like hydration. Holy shit. Are you crying?
No, my contacts are really dry.
I'm just gonna think you were crying because you were laughing so hard. Because honestly, just now I felt like I was really killing you. So I thought I was really being funny.
You are so funny.
Thank you so much.
I really do mean that.
No, I know I'm funny.
Facetious.
No, it did. But luckily for you, I'm very secure with my humor. And I know I'm funny. And I know you guys think that too. Please tell me in the comments that you think I'm funny.
Say it back. Anyways. Welcome back, guys.
Hello. How was Halloween?
Yeah, I hope you guys had so much fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying. I can't believe, like, you just told me that it's almost Thanksgiving, and I shit my pants.
Yeah, you actually.
I stopped in my tracks.
You did look like a deer in the headlights a little bit.
I told you I haven't been able to think anything past the wedding. I had my friend's wedding that you heard about so long ago.
Oh my God, you guys.
So early on in the podcast, I feel like.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like you got married? Were you there? Do you feel like you were there?
But it finally happened, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was the best day ever. So much fun. My feet still hurt. And I just love them so much.
We love.
Yeah.
And I loved how hungover Bri looked when she came home. You guys, I want you to know that bitch came in, sunglasses on, 5 p.m. It gets like dark early now at like 4:30, and I was like, oh my God.
It was very sunny when I came home, but by the time I got up here, it took me a while to get everything out of my car.
It looked like she rethought every decision she'd ever made.
It did.
Up until, which is like very fair, I feel like, at our age. It's our tender ages.
Yeah.
A Pinot Grigio can knock me on my ass.
Minimum 3-day recovery. But yeah, I had the wedding. But it really did take up all of my brain space. I could not think past it. Anybody bringing up any plans that happened after 11/11, before that actually happened, I was like, I don't know. I can't tell you.
I do feel like I got back from Salem and I just like fucking leaped into November.
Yeah.
Because it's already what the fuck.
It's so late.
It's already what the fuck November. Come on. It's almost Christmas. Oh my God. See, you can tell we're prepared. Are you guys?
I already warned my family that they can only expect hugs from me for Christmas this year. Like, I literally can't.
It's a good thing you give a good hug.
Thank you. That genuinely means a lot to me, actually.
Yeah, you give a good hug. So if I know your family, they're going to really like their gifts.
Should I just wrap myself?
You should, actually.
Have my arms out. Or make it look like I'm holding a box.
And you know what I want you to do? No, I want you to unwrap yourself each time, and then I want you to rewrap yourself for each family member. And make them watch. Christmas sucks.
Don't peek.
Oh my God. I don't know if I want your present anymore. You know what, Bri? I would love a hug from you. I would. I wrapped up or not, I'll take a hug from you. Okay?
Yay.
And with the followers, my loves, my rent-free roomies, all I ask from you, Bri, what do you think I'm going to ask? I mean, we really only want one thing for Christmas.
I think
it's not a partridge or a pear. Something with a tree.
Lots of things. Really. Not even rings.
No, I don't actually know anything past that.
But we do want more roomies, and we want more subscribers, and we want you to talk to us on social media.
Please.
You know what we really, really want?
Tell me what I want.
What you really, really want?
Maybe.
We would love a share. We would also love ratings, reviews,
a comment.
Yeah. But like sharing us is so helpful.
So helpful. But you know what I just realized? How are they going to share us and tell everyone about us if we don't tell them who we are?
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
And that was not a shtick. That was just me trying to get that in there, guys.
In case this is your first time, my name's Bri.
My name's Abby.
And we are your rent-free roommates.
Okay, now go type that into Instagram. Go type it into Facebook. And just follow us. Let your New Year's resolution even be. Like, if that doesn't want to be your gift, we'll take that too. New Year's resolution. Follow Abby and Bri, rent-free roommates, because we're so wise. We have it together. I'm never sad.
I can't even keep a straight face.
Stop.
I'm thinking about myself, not even about you. You're doing much better than I am. I'm so sick of crying.
And if you guys want to cry with Bri, or if you want to celebrate with Bri, you can do so by emailing us at rentfreeroommates@gmail.com.
Yeah. I would love to hear from you guys. Cheer me up.
Please cheer her up. She's got the holiday blues.
But yes, please do. We would love to hear from you, whether it's holiday related or not. If you have literally anything to tell us, we want to hear from you. And you can email us, like she said, at rentfreeroommates@gmail.com. That is RENTFREERMMATES@gmail.com.
I've decided my New Year's resolution is going to be, I'm going to spell it.
Yeah.
In the new year, just as fast as you. Okay?
January 1st?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, like whenever that episode comes out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
If we know anything, it's to not overcommit. Or
as you know, the good old saying goes, keep the bar low. Just us? Oh.
But yeah, super excited to get back into it. I've missed you guys. I really feel
it feels like we've been away for a while.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
I know.
I actually don't like that at all.
It feels like it's been so long, but we have just done a lot since the last time we recorded. So there's just been a lot happening.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that too, but we really do want to get into your stories, and we want to hear from you guys. and talk with you.
Okay. Well, I mean, what better time than the present?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go.
Glad it worked for you.
I've never slept so hard in my life. It was amazing. Everyone should take NyQuil.
Responsibly.
Yes. If you're sick,
Not a sponsor.
Sadly, not a sponsor.
They could be if they wanted to be.
NyQuil. Drink that. What am I thinking
Back
of, though?
to
What am I thinking of? Oh, yeah. Responsibly, everybody. God. I'm sick right now. What's your excuse?
Hopefully just being sick.
Yeah.
It should really be the only
And if
time.
so, drink NyQuil. Weirdest sponsorship they've ever done. Bottom line is, I don't know if you should drink NyQuil. Hopefully only when you're sick.
It made me feel bad about myself, but I also think it'll help me if I'm sick.
I'm so confused, but here I am at self-checkout with NyQuil.
I just bought 3 bottles. It worked, whatever they did.
Am I doing it responsibly? To Bri standards or Abby standards? They seem different. They seem different. No, oh my God. I sound
true.
terrible. Guys, let the record show. I'm sick. Okay? I swear to God. I just feel like I've painted such a negative picture at the moment. On the record, I drink NyQuil responsibly.
I think my problem is that you keep saying drink. It sounds
well,
like
what do you do? Yeah, it does. It does, doesn't it? It sounds like I'm drinking it like a Pepto-Bismol bottle like that.
I think I just say take. I take NyQuil. I don't drink it. If anything, it really is more of like shooting it. But then again, that sounds irresponsible.
Oh my God, that brings me back to my scenarios because I'm kind of like, drink it, Abby. Drink it. I'm like, you drank Jaeger for a year. Drink it.
Ugh,
I'm like,
God,
you don't
that
have the
probably is the
right.
closest
Yeah,
thing to
I'm like,
Jaeger.
you don't have the right to bitch about this. You drank Jaeger and proudly told people about it.
NyQuil specifically.
So now
Just like Jaeger.
I drink NyQuil easily.
Yeah.
Sorry. We need to stop talking about NyQuil. Take it if you need it. Otherwise, don't. Okay?
Yep.
Bottom line.
Perfect.
But here's the thing. Right now, we're going to talk about our roomies.
Yes.
And what they need.
We hope you're not sick, and we hope you
'Cause I'm
don't
up.
eat NyQuil.
I'm up. Because I got a
'Cause
lot
you
of sleep
slept
last
so
night.
well.
I got a lot of sleep last night. I won't tell you why.
It's a big mystery.
I think you guys know. I think you guys know.
Let's get into it.
For sure. How do I explain to my boyfriend that his honest opinions are hurtful? Last night, while on my phone, I came across a shirt that was movie themed. I showed it to my boyfriend saying, maybe I should get it to commemorate seeing a movie. And he responded, sure, if you want to look stupid. This would be funny to me if he was joking, but it isn't meant in jest. This devolved into somehow of a back and forth because even if I did get it, now it feels sourced by my boyfriend's opinion. He said he wasn't being mean because he was quote unquote telling the truth. I was suddenly reminded of the type of person on the internet that says they're just being honest. I've never thought of him that way until now, though he has said things like this before. For example, last year I wanted to carve a pumpkin for the first time in years, so we got one from a pumpkin patch and brought it home. Before I could even start carving, he started, unprompted, rattling off reasons it would be a bad idea. No one would see it because it was already Halloween. This would take more than a day. What pumpkin are you carving, first off? More than a day?
Yeah, what the hell?
Boy. Like, what do you mean? Okay, like, that's a whole other thing I need to know about,
Yeah.
first off. Sorry, more than a day. Why are you wasting your time, etc.? We don't even get trick-or-treaters on your street, so it had always just been about me having fun in the first place. I had to fight back tears because I still wanted to carve my jack-o'-lantern. How do I explain that his opinions are hurtful? I have brought up examples like the pumpkin one before, but I feel like I'm not explaining it well enough to him. Are you not explaining it well enough, or is he just a dick?
Yeah.
A little bit. I'm sorry.
It's not that you're not explaining it well enough.
He's choosing not to listen.
Right. He's not willing to hear you out or to even consider that he's being rude. Because point blank, he said that he was just telling the truth. Telling the truth. The truth is fact, but he was giving his opinion.
Right.
His opinion is not fact. So let's get that straight about the whole like shirt. Like, fuck you. What the fuck do you care what she wears?
And I just don't get why people even do that in the first place, because it's like, okay, then like what's cool having no hobbies, having no interests? Like if this brings you any sort of like joy, because like to commemorate usually means you want to remember it for X, Y, and Z. So it means something to you.
Right.
Like, for example, I collect movie posters from scary movies and like movie memorabilia because it means a lot to me because those influenced a lot of my interests later on in life. And that's really important to me. And if anybody made fun of me about it, I would just stab them with the Michael Myers knife I have signed. So it's like really easy for me to figure out what to do.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And if opinion was fact, then it would be fact that people look stupid in jerseys because you're not actually on the team.
Right.
Like, if we really want to play that and be like, you look so stupid for what you're wearing. Like, oh, if you want to look stupid, oh, you look stupid wearing your jersey and trying to, like,
no, I have to assume he just sits there like a sim. Like, because he must do nothing. Because, like, I feel like again, having any type of hobby or interest or, like, wanting to do something is all opinionated.
Right.
Because 7 billion people aren't following you to go to fucking yoga at 7 a.m. on Saturday. No, because that's your thing.
He really has an issue with you having fun or you, like, having any joy.
And it's, like, a control thing, too. It's like, I mean, how do you keep somebody low? You never compliment them. You never indulge them. Yeah. And then how do you keep control over them?
Right.
By keeping them low.
Yeah, this is manipulative.
It's extremely manipulative because it's also really interesting because I also read something about, have you ever heard of the orange peel theory?
No.
So it's basically just this theory that like peeling an orange, asking somebody to do it, and depending on their reaction is just kind of a gesture-esque way of figuring out, like, you know, how much, you know, like what they're going to say to a task that you could so easily complete yourself. Mm-hmm. But like you are putting it on them to see if they'll do it for you just out of like love, kindness, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And it's just because it's so small. It's just like basically a simple act of kindness that takes nothing out of your time. Yes, This person's fully capable, but you do it because you love them. Like, you know, when your mom brings you like fruit to your room, they're fully capable of doing that. So something like you just like carving a jack-o'-lantern does nothing to nobody, would have brought you joy, would have been a fun bonding moment.
Right. Why does he have such an issue with
like
that?
It's just really weird. And again, more than a day, like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What is his experience?
What do you mean, my man?
Pumpkins? Like, and also honestly, doing it on the day.
I would hate it too if it took me more than a day.
Yeah.
I'd probably really dread it. What are you doing, my man?
Doing it on the day almost makes the most sense to me. Because,
right.
like, it's worse when you do it too soon and then they're, like, rot before Halloween. So, like, do it on the day and then get rid of it the next day. And it's
it's actually so fun to carve a pumpkin on Halloween. I've done it before. You fucking Scrooge. Like, it's just rude. I really, really, really don't like that because, like, I've been made fun of for my quirks. They're not even quirks, but, like, interests before.
Yeah.
Like, I would almost always rather stay in and read a book than do, like, X, Y, and Z. But, like, that's a good time to me. Yeah. I feel really at peace, and that's not everybody's peace, you know?
Right.
And that's fine. And I just don't get, like, why are you even with somebody, too, that, like, you don't want them to have any enjoyment?
Right.
And then you don't even want to listen to them is the part that is really killing me here. Is because, like, they really don't see any flaw in their behavior then.
Yeah.
And most importantly, they're not, like, it makes me think that they don't care. Because why do I have to make you see that you're hurting my feelings?
Exactly.
Like, why do I have to convince you that what you say hurts me?
Yeah.
Like, that is, like, my experience. You're telling me that's not true.
Right.
And still doing what you're doing. You're again, manipulating, gaslighting me, and validating me, I don't think this person's the most healthy person to be around.
No, they need to figure some shit out before they're in a relationship. And did she say how long they've been in a relationship?
It did not.
I
would be curious to know.
I hope it hasn't been very long, because you really do. I mean, it doesn't matter either way. You can get out of anything at any time, but you just deserve better. Like, you deserve somebody who, I don't think that couples have to share everything, but even if it's something that like isn't my favorite, I'm not going to like harp on them or like make fun of them because they like it. That's just something where we won't spend all of our time doing it, but I'm going to sometimes spend time with them, even if it's not my favorite thing, or I'm going to listen to them talk about it because they're excited to talk about it. There's nothing more attractive than people talking about stuff that they're excited about. Like, it's so genuinely, I just get so much enjoyment out of it.
Well, because I feel like you see some of the best versions of somebody when they're doing something they love. Like,
yeah.
And if you love somebody, I know at the very least that they've been together a year, because she said that last year when they were carving pumpkin. So it's been at least a year of this. And it's just really interesting to me, because I often find that like how people speak to other people and about them too is also a reflection of how they feel internally. So it's like, okay, maybe somewhere along the line he was told that like what he likes, what he does is stupid, that kind of thing, or was invalidated like that. Does it make it okay? No. Go to therapy, get help for that, but it doesn't make it okay to diminish somebody else because you're afraid to show. Like, I mean, like, that's just always what it is too, I feel like.
Oh yeah, this is coming from a very insecure, very like hurt place, but that doesn't give you the right to hurt somebody else.
And I hate when people do that too, because it's like, I don't know, my thought process is if I've ever felt like shit and know what that feeling is, the last thing I want to do is make somebody else have that exact same feeling, because I know how horrible it is.
Right.
And it's just really interesting the way other people think about things like that, because I would feel really terrible if I made you not do something that would have brought you joy.
Right. Same.
I would be like, wow, I'm a dickhead. Like,
right. I would feel absolutely awful if I ever got in the way of anything like that. And also it like begs a question for him. It's like, if he thinks everything that you do or all of these ideas and all this stuff that you come up with is so stupid, why does he even want to spend time with you?
Right. Why is he with you? It like, if he thinks like, yeah, clearly he doesn't have the same interest as you and thinks that what you are interested in is stupid. And it's like the things that you're asking of him too, like to even carve a pumpkin, aren't even that big. And that's the concerning part for me too, because it's like, that's such a bare minimum task.
Yeah.
That it's like, ooh, my dude, you can't even carve a pumpkin with her without even like, well, one, you could have just said, I don't want to carve a pumpkin, but let's get you a pumpkin.
Right. He doesn't have to do it.
Like, I'll put on a movie, and I'll sit in the room with you. But it's about, and it's like things like that it goes beyond just being like, oh yeah, that's just his opinion. But it's also like, okay, that's his opinion that he felt the need to put on me to make me feel a type of way. It could have been also a bonding experience between the two of you and a cute memory of like, oh, we put on a movie while I carve a pumpkin. You can like pop popcorn. That could have been something we look back on fondly, but now when she thinks of pumpkins, she thinks of somebody who told her that this was stupid. So congratulations, you're a dick. And I just like, that's all I have to say is I just like, I don't even think time would be a factor in my opinion here, because it's just like, bottom line is you don't treat people like that for any reason.
Right. Also, the way he's willing to talk to you.
It's really disgusting.
I wouldn't even call like an acquaintance stupid.
No, I wouldn't do that to anybody because it's just rude and it lacks so much empathy. And I just feel like a positive relationship, one, you should also be able to communicate. And the fact that you're even questioning, like, am I not being clear enough? No, I'm pretty sure you're saying, hey, my feelings are hurt. And it doesn't take a fucking scientist to elaborate what that might mean.
Right.
You shouldn't have an opinion to somebody saying you hurt my feelings.
And if it was a healthy relationship, he should feel some type of way that you feel hurt.
Yes.
Or that you feel negatively because of his actions or because of something he said. Even if he comes back with like, I didn't mean to, or I didn't mean that, or that's not what I was trying to do. that's still how you felt from his actions and from what he said. And rightly so. Anybody else hearing that would be like, yeah, I would feel that way too. I would be hurt if you said that to me too. Because, like, what the fuck? Like, it's not okay the way that he talks to you.
It's not.
And that, like, I'm so
well, it
heated.
just also begs the question too, that it's like, he's been talking to you like this for at least a year. It can do so much long-term damage to a human being to only hear negative things too. Whether it's like small things like that, it's still damaging.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like monumental words. It can be things like what you think is stupid, because that's what they're saying.
Right.
What you think is cool, I think is stupid. Therefore, you shouldn't do it because I don't want us to. And it's also, again, with that, them saying that you're stupid, it's also them being like, you should only do what I think is cool.
Right.
Therefore, you need my validation. And it's just such a slippery slope of just like, that's not what a relationship is. And there are so many things that like I've done with like partners that I'm like, is this necessarily my thing? No, but I'm enjoying the company and I'm enjoying the experience and like the new experience and new memory with this person. And it was great.
Yeah. Like, you don't have to force yourself into stuff that like you genuinely don't enjoy. But like, I don't think something like carving pumpkins in movies,
but you don't need to be a dick about it either.
Like,
you don't need to be a dick about it, and you can find a way to compromise and make it fun for the both of you too.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
if you really cared about somebody,
that's what I'm
gonna
like. That's the
compromise.
bottom line is what I feel like here is it goes so much beyond of just being like, that's my opinion. It's like, it's your opinion that you think is final say.
Right.
Is the problem.
Exactly. And I don't want him.
No, fuck that. Send this to him.
No, I was just saying,
Oh, okay.
I don't want him just combating when you do communicate, to keep you from communicating. Because that's such a good thing. Like, I love to hear that you have tried talking to him about that stuff and that you have tried communicating, and keep doing that. And if he continues to fight it or cross whatever it is that it like continue just to do what you've already talked about, then clearly there's no change that's going to be made, and you deserve somebody who's going to listen to those things and who's going to hear you out and at least meet you where you're at as far as what you're willing to compromise on or communicate about. Like, your communication should be matched with the person that you're with in a relationship.
Absolutely. And it goes back to, and it just correlates with effort too.
Right.
It's like you put in effort for people you care about subconsciously and unconsciously. Like, whether you're aware of it or not, you do.
Yeah.
And this person is putting in no effort. And I just don't think, like, what are we going to get out of beating a dead horse that has shown no improvement in the last year despite you trying to communicate, I guess, is like one thing I would like for you to think about, because I think you should reevaluate where this relationship like is longevity wise, because right now it's just pumpkins and shirts. What will it be in like 2 years, 2 months, who knows? But it's like it always starts with something and then kind of trickles, and it's like,
these are all those red flags.
Because, well, it's just, one, it's a red flag, and two, it's already got you having these negative thoughts, and these are just small things.
And honestly, to me, it's a deal breaker. The way he's been talking to you is a deal breaker. Like, I'm over it.
I would be so mad if Bri came home and told me that her significant other said that what she was doing is stupid. Like, I actually remember when I was talking to somebody and I told him I was recording a podcast, and he said, "Aw, cute." And Bri was like, "What does he mean by that?" Like, and I was like, "I don't actually know, because I just started talking to him 3 minutes ago." No, but like, that should let you know that like just things like that, it's not okay.
Yeah.
And like, somebody's gut reaction like ours to this, like we have no stakes in the game, but I'm like, you need to run. Do you need my help?
Yeah.
Like, what do you need from us? Because I think you've done your part and more here.
Absolutely.
You've communicated, you've told them, and they're not listening. And I'm just like, at the end of the day, what are you getting out of this then? Like, what is keeping you here would be my question, because it's like, it's certainly not for somebody that like wants to do what you want to do.
Right. And clearly he's afraid of losing you, and you're probably way better than what he could typically get, and he's afraid to lose you, so he beats you down, and he makes you feel small so that you feel like you,
because he feels small,
right? He brings you down to his level so that you feel like you have to stay, or because he'll somehow convince you that there's like not better out there than him, when with how low the bar is,
baby,
like, he's
so many people would carve a pumpkin with you, because it's not asking that much.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy that like somebody couldn't even meet that standard for you, let alone being in a long-term relationship. I would be pretty bummed out, to be honest. And I just don't think anybody deserves to be in a relationship where they're not loved, because it's so unhealthy. And I just don't believe in that, of like damaging human beings for no fucking reason.
Right.
It's really evil to me and malicious. Because like I it just goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like, I know what it feels like to feel shitty. Why would I ever want to like put that on another human being? And it's just everyone's outlooks and the way they deal with things. But there's a mature way and there's an immature way. And I think obviously he's the immature aspect of it. And I don't think you're deserving of that behavior. He's
got a lot of work to do on
himself. He does. And until he does that, I don't think he should be in a relationship, because he clearly doesn't know, like, because you want to be with somebody that's going to motivate you, show interest in your, like, because you don't have to have everything in common. That would be so boring. Yeah. I wouldn't want to be with somebody exactly like me, but I'm not going to, like, shoot their fucking kite down. Please, like, please, I really just hope you reevaluate what's keeping you here in this relationship, because it just doesn't seem like, from my point of view, that there's a lot of reasons to stay. And I would really love to see you be single and wait for somebody who can do even the little things with you, who will wear a fucking matching shirt with you, for God's sakes. Like, yeah, you know, this may not be your thing, but it's my thing, and you love me, so you want to do it with me. So I just want you to find somebody who can match that energy for you, because I think everybody's deserving of that. And I don't wish ill will on this person. I do, if they keep being the dickhead that they are. I'd love for them to get help, but I don't think you need to stick around for that.
No. Yeah. With the amount of work that he has to do, he needs to be alone and doing that. Because
he needs to look within.
Right. It's a very selfish time. And he does, and it's okay to be selfish when you're alone. Yes. We were just having this conversation recently, and I was like, I'm in a very selfish point in my life right now. I am in no position to be in a relationship, because I know that I cannot give the time to somebody else that they would deserve if I was in a relationship.
And I would respect you more for that.
Yeah.
Because you're being honest that you can't give me what it takes to give somebody when you're in a relationship. And I appreciate that, because I feel like you value then what the emotional maturity and capacity it takes to be with somebody. Because again, you're spending your time with them. So you're influencing like their mood too. Like I'm currently seeing somebody, and I was like feeling really like shit this past week, just being sick, and then I was hungover, and they made a comment that on Sunday of being like, I really appreciate that when you feel like shit, you're still like a peppy and upbeat human being, and not really like mean or like grouchy, which I'm like, I don't know, you should see me when I wake up from a nap, because if looks could kill, my friend Bri would be dead every night.
So many times.
She'd wake up dead. But no, it's just things like that where it's like, it just creates a safe environment.
It's not a lot.
It's not a lot. You're not asking the world. You're just asking them to be nice.
Yeah. Just spend time with you. It sounds like quality time is one of your love languages.
Yeah, it sounds like you really appreciate that, and I want you to find somebody that likes that too, because it's so beautiful having just even those small needs met. Yeah. And you'll like find that it makes the world of a difference on just like, because getting those positive affirmations too, let me tell you, like cloud 9 of somebody just wanting to know more about something because it's something you like. When you know it like, because that's what I'm saying is I want you to experience the good, because that feels amazing. I don't want you to be in a relationship experiencing those kind of things, because outlook and who you surround yourself with really does contribute to like mental health and mental wellness as well. It's a fact. So being in a positive relationship, yes, it really is. And I really hope we've given you something to think about, and at least put you in a position to reevaluate where you stand with this relationship, because I really want the best for you.
I agree. You are not stupid.
No.
You deserve better. You sound very fun. I want to hang out with you.
Do you want to carve a pumpkin?
Yeah, I would love to.
Bri's got so many pumpkins to carve because I bought her so many. That's another story for another day. But bottom line is, you can carve a pumpkin with her.
Yeah, we would love to carve pumpkins with you. And we really hope that you didn't take any of this from us. Like, we're so heated right now, and it's because we care about you and how you're treated. It is not. None of this anger
and why
is
see
directed
if strangers can care this much, your significant other should surely give a shit.
At least half as much. Jesus.
Yeah. Oh my God, a quarter, my dude. Fuck. But that's what we're saying.
Yeah.
Is we're passionate. We care about you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you being vulnerable and letting us talk about this. This is not a fun situation to be in, and it takes a lot of strength and courage to share this. So thank you for that. We really appreciate the candidness, and we really hope that our words could help.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much.
I told you today that I got out of a parking ticket.
Yes.
And the reason why I got out of that parking ticket, well, I got myself into the issue. That was the problem.
But you got yourself out.
Right. At least I can get my shit, get myself out of my own shit. And I think that's very true. I get a lot of shit for my antics, but at least I do sometimes bring you into it, to be fair. You have had to get my phone back on a couple occasions. And also other things, like crazy things.
It's not like I was the one that found it. It's the fucking universe bringing it back to you.
Right. Yeah. Shout out to the universe. But the problem is I feel like that in my mind, if I think something, it should be law. So I don't believe in like parking meters for the most part, because and
I like that logic.
I just think it's fucking crazy. And in my mind, I'm just like, no. So I feel like everybody should therefore be like, okay. And that is not the case. And I learned that today. Thankfully, I could get my way out of that one. But I went into the Mariano's, and where I parked, they wanted me to pay. And I said, no, because I'm not going to pay $2 to be in there for 5 minutes. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. It's wild. And I won't do it. Okay. So I didn't. Okay.
Good.
And I come out and I said, ooh, that is a guy getting my license plate. I said, he does, but he doesn't know the rules. I said, sir, you don't know the rules.
Let me explain.
Sir, sorry, you might be new here. I'm Abby. I don't pay parking meters. It's crazy. No, how it really went was I put on my little, I feel like it's because I dressed super cute today. Let me be honest. I thank God I wore this outfit on the day I was getting a parking ticket.
Yeah.
And had to introduce the guy's first day on his job.
I fucking love this outfit.
Besides the point. But no, I was like, did you do that to me? I was like, are you giving me a ticket? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, but why? And I was like, but me? Like me? He goes, yeah, you didn't pay your parking meter. And I'm carrying like a dozen eggs. And I was like, well, I was just getting eggs, like eggs. And he goes, well, I could cancel it. And I was like, you will? I said, I would really appreciate that. That would be nice. And he goes, and I started walking away. And he goes, here, well, wait, let me show you that I voided it. And I was like, thank you. That's you know what? I was like, I really appreciate you. You're the best, like all that. And he was just like, smiled, and he's like, I met Abby today, and he knows the rules now. I don't pay parking tickets.
And now I know.
I somehow word hasn't gotten around to everybody in Chicago that that's the rules, because I have been booted twice too.
Yeah.
So we're still trying to get the word out.
I've got some learning to
Still
do.
trying to get the word. It's a big city. So I understand change can't happen overnight, but if anybody is listening, I don't pay parking meter. Am I incriminating myself? I'm going to shut the fuck up. You guys should let me park for free.
I can't believe that worked.
I know.
But hey, now all of you guys can go out. Every time they give you that bullshit of like, no, I already put it in. I can't do anything about it.
Just know they can void it.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do? You need to play them this episode. Be like, oh.
Keep us saved on your phone.
Do you know Abby from Rent Free Roommates? Because she said otherwise.
Abby of Chicago?
They're like, oh, fuck. I will die on this hill that if the mayor would just give me 10 minutes of their time, I could figure out how to help this city get out of some debt because we would utilize parking lots. And I won't talk anymore because this is my idea. So make an appointment. Email us at rentfreeroommates@gmail.com. And that's all inquiries will go through there if you want to talk. But we've got a story to talk about, so.
We do.
I am a little busy too.
TBT when my ex left flowers on my windshield.
Ew. Okay, it sounds gross. Toxic. Well, could be.
So this one's a little bit different. She actually sent us the actual text conversation, but she did give a little context. I dated this guy for 3 months and found out he was cheating. After I dumped him for 2 months, he would show up to my house unannounced and tell my roommates he was concerned about me and wanted to check up on me. Several months later, I had already moved on and started dating someone new. It was Valentine's Day, and my current boyfriend and I wake up to flowers on my car.
Ew.
So she texted, "Hey, were you the one who left flowers on my dashboard?" Ooh, flowers? Ew. I'm reading this how I read this. Was it? Yes. Why? Because even though we couldn't be together this Valentine's, even though I couldn't be yours or receive a second chance, I still wanted to give you them because I care about you, regardless of how everything turned out. I wanted you to have those flowers to replace your old, and I put some M&Ms because always had this funny saying about them together. I was going to deny it today when you asked, but I'm glad you got them. Why can't you just leave me alone and let me be happy? I just wanted you to feel special. Oh, sad face. Oh my God. It's not even an emoji. He like typed it out. Don't be mad. They're just flowers. It was my goodbye to you. The breakup M&Ms. Oh God.
Oh, okay. Lame.
I've asked you not to talk to me anymore or show up to my house. Don't ever contact me again or come anywhere into my neighborhood. Just pretend I don't exist and move on with your life. Oh my God. Don't let the flowers die. They're a fresh batch of roses. Have a good day. Bye.
Ew.
Listen, whatever we had is over. I no longer want you in my life, and I just want to move on with my life. Don't contact me again or even think about coming close to my house. I don't want to have to take legal actions. Ungrateful. You'll never last in a relationship. I was only being thoughtful, but you are as... This is where I got confused. I'm just going to read it as it is. I was only being thoughtful, but you are as long and horrible of a person.
Is it Mad Libs?
I've ever met. I'm sorry, but I now know why I cheated on you. Because you were so rude. You'll never find someone ever acting this way. And to just say it loud and clear, you haven't healed your heart. You're hiding it with fake affection from someone else and blinding the pain, but you haven't healed. Screw you, dude. Blocking your number.
Wow.
I like that he called her dude at the end.
Bruh.
Screw you, dude. Blocking your number.
I'm gonna blade. Let's blade.
Oh, so yeah. So glad it's an ex. We can see why in so many ways, even if he hadn't already cheated on you. Jesus.
But you know that's your fault, right? Because you're rude.
You're so rude. That's why I cheated on you. What? Oh my God. It's really creepy that he can't like like leaving flowers on your windshield, that's such a crossing a boundary, like in any situation.
What a fucking narcissist.
Yeah.
Like, first off, the fact that, like, he crossed that boundary was trying to play this game of, like, why you need to be grateful for, as if, like, you're some human being who's unloved, when, in fact, you're in a relationship, they're unloved. So, like, major projecting going on here.
Right. Ungrateful.
Right. And then the moment you don't fall into their trap, they immediately go into this insulting behavior to make you feel low, as if like you should have been grateful to have even been on their mind, when it's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't want to be on your mind.
Text like you're playing Mad Libs.
Please forget.
Like, literally.
You haven't healed your heart.
That fucking hit cold, though.
Oh my God.
That was some Shakespearean shit, I feel like. Something I would expect in like...
That was the epitome of projection. Like,
yeah.
Everything he said in that last text was truly how he is feeling currently.
Well, as funny as it is, it's just really concerning to know that there are people out there that exist, and I can only imagine what that relationship must have been like too. Just like this constant roller coaster of like, am I gonna get the nice version of this person? Am I gonna get the person who like actually, when I upset them, will let me know how they actually view me and our dynamic of like, you should be grateful for me and I cheat on you because you did this, you made me, you were rude. Oh God. Like, it just makes me sad to know that like this person is so clouded that they're not seeing that the actual work that needs to be done is with them. So like they could very much so, like, I just feel bad because that they could potentially get another person one day. And the cycle could just repeat itself. And
it's
like
so
that, I hate. Because I'm like, this person's unwell if they're crossing boundaries too. To the point where you have to threaten legal action. Because it honestly just makes me think of all the podcasts we listen to. Like, Let's Not Meet, Let's Read. Where these people, whether it be them being in like whatever type relationship, their significant other does not take the hint and just like stalks them and makes them so afraid to live their everyday life.
And it's not even like it's hints that you're dropping. You have been
you
so
straight up
clear.
said, stop contacting me.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be like any interpretation here. Like, the good news is too, and like what I would do, and this could be the paranoia in me, but like with all the podcasts I've listened to, the best thing and advice I could give you is like, get all of this on file too. Like, thank God you have the text messages. Mm-hmm. I hope you took photos. Like, if they do anything moving forward, get photos of them like leaving stuff on your property, you contacting them, telling them to leave you alone, install cameras, like, so that you can record them. Just because like from what I know, it makes it a lot easier in the legal process for like action to happen quicker. I hope to God it doesn't take that, but I'm sorry. I want you to have the knowledge and facts and be smart and educated rather than be sorry. And this just because this person has displayed unhinged behavior, that I'm like, okay, it makes me think you need to now take safety into precaution here.
Yeah.
So like, I highly recommend cameras, Ring cameras, dash cams. They're leaving stuff on your car, you can get them. Like, take care of you is my biggest advice here, and document everything so that you can show the police. Because a lot of times, like I've seen in these stories, these people just get gaffed off. And I'm not trying to scare you, but I'm just trying to be like, also point out realities here, because this person obviously has shown behavior that like they're not taking the hint, and I'm hoping that they're pissed off enough and this is the last we ever hear from them. But I'm sorry, but we can never just assume or hope with these kind of people.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got scared. I just have had like, it's just a scary world.
Yeah.
And thank God.
Dating is terrifying.
It really is. Because you just never know, like, it's just, you always hope the person that they're showing is the true colors, but you kind of never know what people are truly capable of until, like, those certain events occur.
Right.
And it just shows so much. I mean, hopefully, like, their characteristics can point to how they might behave in that environment, so it's not a complete shock.
Yeah.
But you really hope that when you break up with somebody, it's already hard enough to do that, whether it's good, bad, because it may hurt, but be for the right reasons, or it may just be really bad and you need to heal from it. But you just hope that that person can respect that enough and leave you alone. And it's just scary because it's such a violation too. It's like, you are not entitled to this.
No, and clearly he knows he's doing something wrong by he's like hiding it.
Right, do it in broad daylight if you think it's no big deal.
Right.
And you just want to make sure her heart is taken care of.
If he thinks that just the fact that he's thinking of you or just his presence alone, showing his presence in some way, is going to make you fall back in love with him. It's like, no, clearly you know you're doing something wrong.
I don't like that.
You're being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're being creepy.
It's really creepy.
And it's not okay.
And it's not okay to make somebody fearful to like...
Move the fuck on.
Right.
You didn't seem like you really wanted to be in that relationship that bad if you were fucking cheating on her.
And
the
here's
hell?
my point of view again. One, I don't want to scare somebody to be in a relationship to me. I don't want to force somebody to be in a relationship to me. And I don't want to make somebody feel shitty enough to be in a relationship with me because, like, what fun is that?
So I can't believe that you put up with him for 3 months. He must have been putting on a really good show.
This is only 3 months. I completely forgot.
Yeah, they were dating for 3 months.
Oh, and this is love bombing too.
And within that 3 months, he was cheating on her.
Okay.
Like,
oh
Jesus.
my God, such a trash bag. What a trash bag.
You sound like you're real catch though, because he really does not want to get rid of you.
No, and that's the thing too, is because I bet he's the type, like, this is me just assuming here, but I bet he's that type of guy that either has had relationships where he's been able to like manipulate the woman enough to get her to basically allow that behavior of like turn the other cheek, look the other way, this kind of thing. Just, that. And the fact that you nipped that in the butt, hopefully as quickly as you found out about it, just probably sent him in like a whirlwind. Because why are you acting like this?
Right.
You cheated on me. You therefore displayed cheating on me therefore shows there was something you weren't getting out of me. So what the fuck do you want me here for?
Exactly. And you have moved on. You are in a new relationship, and I'm so happy for that. I hope it's so much better than this last one. But like he clearly can't move on. Like it's sad. It makes me uncomfortable.
It makes me uncomfortable, but it also makes me like laugh that it just shows how fragile that ego is, that the way he had to end that was to make it seem like, oh, screw you, dude. I didn't even want to give you the flowers anyway.
It's very much like the customer being like, I am not coming back, when he was like, I'm blocking your number.
Like, thank you. Great.
Right,
forget
good.
the address too, babe. Forget the
asking.
fucking name. I want you to say, who is that when people ask about me? That's what I want, baby. Fuck.
Because people will ask.
Do that. They're not asking about you.
No, if anybody's asking about this guy, it's just, has he not been back, I hope?
Police.
Yeah. Has he stopped?
They're like, whatever happened to, oh, I'm glad to hear that he finally worked on that. That's what people are asking when they hear him.
And also the flowers and the M&Ms, like, we don't know the whole inside of the M&Ms, but like,
sounds like he's
really
fucking
reaching
reaching
to this one little thing.
Sounds like he's reaching, and that's like the only thing he fucking remembered. And
Exactly.
it's like, remember that one time where you said that you had M&Ms when you were 8? That was our thing.
I said I was allergic.
Oh. He's an idiot.
Yeah, so glad you've moved on, but also thank you for sharing this ridiculous text conversation.
Yeah, I love to tear apart a man on like any given night.
Same.
It's one of my favorite hobbies. I'm pretty good at it. But I do, like, all jokes aside though, do want to just also, the mama bear in me, still point out the potential that he may come back, in which case I just don't want it to be a surprise, and I want you to just take necessary action for your safety. Basically, if you think it, I think you should do it.
Yeah, if you have felt like, if he's still doing any of this, don't second guess yourself. If you have thought about any of these things, like, yeah, go for it and keep records, because there are plenty of stories. If you listen to any of the stuff that we listen to, like, there are many stories.
But
yeah,
no,
I would love to know if he's still doing anything.
Yes,
if he's still contacting you. Ridiculous, but I love that you're not afraid to stand up for yourself too. Like
Yes.
you're doing just fine. I fully trust that you're doing great. And do hope that this new relationship is going well.
I do too. I really hope that, that you're happier.
Yeah. And that everything's just better, and that I hope that he's not a presence anymore.
I hope he doesn't like M&Ms.
And we're only going to talk about people this way when it's warranted. Like, this guy brought it on himself.
Oh, both men.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you guys did this. Congratulations, you played yourself. Don't be a douche if you don't want to be talked about on Rent-Free Roommates. Those are the rules. Those are the rules.
Start writing them down.
I don't pay parking meters, and don't be a dick.
It's not that hard.
And drink NyQuil responsibly.
Don't drink it.
Take it.
This is not a beverage.
Take it when you need it. Okay?
By the recommended dosage.
Which is
the bottle.
30 milliliters.
If you're over 12 years old.
Look, I know how to read a label, okay? Every 4 hours.
Whether you need to know about NyQuil or you have something to tell us, please let us know, or email us and just be like, hey guys,
want to
stop
get
talking
us
about NyQuil.
into contact with the mayor so I can pitch some ideas. I don't know. There's a lot that you can do with this week's episode. So if you're feeling motivated, we've got some things we need done.
Please follow us on all two of our social media, Facebook and Instagram.
And since it's only two, I know you can rate, like,
Review,
subscribe, comment. Really easy in this day and age.
We are available almost anywhere you can find podcasts. We're on Podbean, we are on Google Podcasts, we are on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify. And if you have anything to tell us or celebrate, or just feeling like talking,
or you want to hear us talk shit,
yeah,
give us a douche.
Send it to rentfreeroommates@gmail.com.
But until next time, pay your parking tickets.
Don't get any parking tickets. I guess pay the meter. Good luck out there, guys.
Stay strong.
Thank you to everybody that shared with us today.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.